Listen.
But I know.
This is mastery. Welcome, I'm Coach Yazik, your friendly voice booster on duty. Today my team has prepared some Christina Aguilera clips and I cannot wait because I'm a huge fan. So you either get entertained, you learn something theoretically, or maybe practically. Who knows, I hope there are some singers watching me here today. But before we start, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more and check out my other platforms where you can see a lot of fun stuff too. So, the journey of Christina Aguilera. I don't think you can surprise me with anything because I'm a huge fan. But the first clip, as far as I can see, is Christina Aguilera at the age of 9.
When she was aged 9.
Such a cutie. The growls. C5. Yeah. She already knew everything. She was just trapped in a small body with a huge voice, but still a child voice, because she's a child here, come on guys. She sings like a grown-up woman, using dynamics, using vocal runs, using some, bluesy type of grit and growls and everything in between. But she's just a kid here. So she needs to wait a little bit longer to get that big voice and that huge experience. But, raw talent, interpretation and the love for music was there since the beginning, I'd say. Okay, so this is what she looks like and sounds like at the age of 12. Lowered larynx. Amazing agility. She's growing, her voice is maturing. She almost sounds like a grown-up woman here. The phrasing is getting more interesting. Of course, it's a different song, but I think that if you were to close your eyes and just listen, you would be like, this is probably a soprano with a lowered larynx trying to get that deepness in her voice, and the agility and the phrasing, it just tells you that she's a grown-up woman. Well, let's carry on. G sharp 3. Ah. Beautiful placement. Live singing. Yeah. You see, she must have been coached during Mickey Mouse Club times. Don't make me close. She goes here, close, one more door, to keep the sound forward and well placed, let's say. But Christina now would have gone like, don't make me close. More chest, more zipped up vocal cords, like so much compression and power. I think this is lower than Whitney Houston's version. It was probably adjusted to her vocal range at that time. She sounds awesome. You can already hear lots of things that Christina still does now, even at the age of 9. That belt of D5 is so powerful. You can already tell that, yeah, Christina is growing. She will be belting these D5s for many years to come. One more time. Listen to that power. Beautiful. Beautiful tone. Nice falsetto. Oh my god, like, guys, right from the start, she was treating covers as songs that she was given to put on her own album. And I think that's what many singers are missing when they're performing. They're trying to, okay, you can take some parts of the greatest, learn from them, and maybe imitate a couple of sounds to give a proper tribute, but you gotta stay true to who you are and represent your artistry. She knew it from the beginning. 1999.
I am now in a world where I have to hide my heart and what I believe in, but somehow
Beautiful.
I will show the world what's inside my heart and be loved for who I am.
I think her phenomenon at that time was she looked so sweet, cute and nice, good girl, and then this huge voice that you could compare to Whitney Houston is coming out and you're just like, how does she do that? You know, she's using her proper chest voice register here, a little bit lowered larynx. I think the back of her tongue goes up a little bit for that froggy sound for some parts, just to make sure that she can carry that heaviness, you know, and she can pull it off and make her voice even bigger than it actually is. Maybe it's a natural instinct to her singing. I think it is. It just creates this beautiful artist that she is. B flat 4. C5 top note. Okay. E flat 5. She's already showing you what she's about. This is probably one of her first live performances on TV with her own song, written for Mulan and then ended up on her first album. There must be some fighters watching it. Let me know if this was her first televised performance of Reflection or any of her own songs, because I know that she performed in Japan somewhere with her own song, but this was in Japan. But talking about America, is this the first clip that Americans have seen of her doing, except for national anthems, you know, when she was a baby? I think it's a good start. She was pouring her heart out in this performance, making her belts sound even bigger than they are, so that's why she was kind of losing some parts of the pitch at the end, but she had the, you know, agility and the stamina to pull it off. Oh my god, now look what happens 3 years later. Oh my god, is this the same woman? Woo! D5. So much more control. Awesome. Here, I mean, her voice is rough here. But that belt of D5 was stunning. Open throat, chest dominated mix. Some people say it's just her pure chest. It's not. I think there is some mixture there because back in 1999, she was using a lot of frogginess, and that would make her, you know, larynx work a little bit harder to reach higher notes, and it would actually cut out some of that upper resonance that we need to split to make sure that we maintain the power and we can go higher. If you don't do that, you will go off pitch, your larynx will get very, very fatigued, and you can pull off maybe 1 or 2 performances, not the whole show. I can hear a lot of more experience, and I think that she's figured that out on her own. Beautifully set. The chest voice just sounds amazing. Oh, the pianist. Some jazziness here. So much soul, so much style. I think here she's already showing you what she wants to sound like and what her significant sound is. Stripped was a huge moment for Christina Aguilera, and as you can hear, maybe you know the song Impossible. If you listen to the original version that she did with Alicia Keys, here she's so much more playful, she's adding even more jazziness to the soulfulness of this song. And this is not prepared, like she's not like training herself to do all of the moves. It just goes with the rhythm and with the song and with the message. That's what I love about her, because she's selling those lyrics the best she can with her artistry, and she's never changed the way she's singing, her style, because people were saying, oh, she's shouting, oh, she does this, oh, she overdoes things, oh, too many runs. This is how she expresses herself artistically. My job as a listener is to appreciate or hate it and not listen, but I'm one of the ones that just love it, and I listen to her music and her live performances regularly. As a vocal coach, I would just have to give her tools to maintain her voice and her voice shape as good as possible, considering her choices and everything that she does. Oh my God, I just love her so much. And you can hear that, yeah, at the age of 9, power, yeah, let's go. At the age of 12, some training, different placement, but yet still that beautiful voice shine through. Then reflection, a little bit lowered larynx, a little bit more push, but she had the stamina to do it, and now she's figured out what her sound is, and I think that she's going to sound like this for the rest of this clip. Very similar. 2006, Christina Aguilera singing Hurt live. She only did it twice live, I think, or maybe 3 times. And that little part a few years back, but it was lowered and with someone else.
Seems like it was yesterday when I saw your face. You told me how proud you were, but I walked away. If only I knew.
Beautiful agility as always. Note bends, very important in singing, expressively.
I would hold you in my arms. I would take the pain away. Thank you for
Away. You see her resonance goes whenever it just fits. She could have done away, or already starting here, away, away. That's a safe way of singing and very good technically as well. But if you want to achieve more soulfulness, power, that punch, you need to make sure that you know exactly how to place your voice to get those sounds, to make your voice sound bigger, to own it and just deliver it well so it's just sustainable.
you've done. Forgive all your mistakes. There's nothing I
That C5 to B4 sounded very similar to that D5 that she did singing I Have Nothing at the age of 12.
to hear your voice again.
Again, very nice.
Wanna call you,
Call you lowered larynx.
be there.
She knows exactly what she's doing. Fa. Very good. Fa instead of fa. If she did fa, she would have pressured her voice even more, and she has still a lot to sing in this song, long notes where she needs projection. So she knew by that time what to do with some vowels to save her voice to be able to belt the way she loves. Love that. Everything very edgy, but then open throat. And you see, after belts like this, it's hard. It's really hard to sing in falsetto, but she's not losing pitch, she's not shaky, so her voice is ready for this song. here in this performance. And I know that she doesn't like to perform it live, but I think this in particular is stunning. Oh, we have a pretty big jump here from 2006 to 2013. Thank you, team. I'm a huge fan. I could have added a lot in between of 2006 and 2013, but this video should not be too long, so I accept this and I thank you. I will be reacting to Christina more, for sure. Let me know in the comment section what would you like me to react to. I'm a huge fan. Let's check out Blank Page.
Hearts filled with shame, but how do we say we're sorry? How do we say we're sorry? But I was scared, so unprepared.
A4. Oh, my. C5. That was nice. Beautiful. She seems very emotional here, as if she was crying, almost. That song must have made her feel that way. But what's interesting, technically, vocally, is that whenever she's singing lower, she's a little bit shaky, but when she goes for those big belts, her body is just ready and the muscle memory kicks in and she's not shaky. So most of people, they're shaky when they're belting, they're cracking, you know, they're doing things that their voices can't handle. But in her case, it could be the other way around. When she's singing softer, it's getting shaky a little bit, but when she goes up there and belts, it just works. Let's carry on. That was nice. Time. That's support. D5. You are. Yeah, she's definitely covering some shakiness with her style in this performance. Maybe she's a little bit out of practice, I don't know. She sounds very good, very emotional, but from the vocal coach perspective, I can hear that she's a little bit shaky inside, that it just moves her to the point that it's, you know, harder for her to sing it, and she's using style and power to cover it up. Smart. Okay, 2017, Christina Aguilera doing Whitney Houston tribute. Okay, let's go.
So I go,
That tone.
but I know.
Oh, but I know. That crying sound in the beginning, then diminuendo, and then style. Ah, but I know. Love that.
So I
Again.
go,
Listen.
but I know.
This is mastery.
I'll think of you every step of
Lowered larynx.
the way.
Beautiful. Moving to her head voice on a lower note with connection very nicely. When she sang in her chest voice, she used a little bit more airiness, unzipped her vocal folds, and it just stopped her belting instincts. I know Christina's voice, and she did it on purpose. Let's carry on. Okay, very Christina. Super sweet falsetto, you know, in that. And I and then vibrato. It just sounds awesome. I love Christina doing that. I love her being technical in a way, but still selling those lyrics. I think this is spectacular. This is awesome. Great phrasing.
My darling, you.
Okay, let's go back to Who You Are. Darling, you.
I hope
My that F sharp 4 just sounds so powerful in her voice.
life treats you kind, and I hope you have all you dreamed of, and I wish you joy and happiness.
Beautiful B4.
But above all this, I wish you love.
Yes, extra Tina. So that's good.
But there's a little bit too much of the froggy sound, I think.
I think she wanted to make her voice sound thicker. So that's an A4. And I think if she dropped her tongue a little bit, the sound would have been a little bit brighter, yet still powerful. But that sounded like, you know, just before the chorus, she sounded more powerful than in the chorus. Yeah, the tongue is going back. I'm not laughing at her, but this is just so Christina. I'm trying to find the notes, but is it? I think that's the melody that she did so fast, but I think people were a little bit upset because they were expecting her to just go, and you know, and hold it forever. Even Whitney was taking breaths in between these phrases. But yeah, this is Christina. Like, give her a song and you have to know that she will do this at some point. So, I'll always love you. That E5, okay. Nice, not operatic, but you see that A4, when she did, sounded more like this, then when she went for that A5, that's where her voice gets brighter and more colorful in her head voice. So that first note was a little bit low for the head voice of hers, but she did well. She got closer to the mic. I like her choices. Too many runs, maybe, but this is Christina. She, of course, can do and will do whatever she wants. Beautiful. Nice and sweet again. Stayed in her falsetto. These runs are like nothing for Christina Aguilera, and I actually teach how to do them. So if you want to know more what I can offer to you if you're a singer, I have a course, Boost Your Voice, where I boost different things in people's voices. Check the link below if you want to check that out. Let's carry on. What the team has given me to watch. Okay, so there's the last clip, so we have another big jump. Okay, guys, Christina Aguilera fans, if you want me to react to more, let me know in the comment section what do you want me to check. There are some reactions that I did in the past to the most iconic Christina Aguilera songs and performances, but if you want me to redo them or take another perspective, because I'm growing too as a vocalist and as a singer, let me know in the comment section. Okay, so they've chosen I Turn to You 2024.
For the arms to be my shelter through all the
Her chest voice, lower register nowadays is just gold. E4. The open throat of Christina Aguilera, I love it. Okay, so that's E flat 5, so she's lowered it by 2 semitones. One whole step down, which is understandable because I think even in her debut era, she only did I Turn to You in the original key a couple of times. Her F5, that was always a little bit forced and with a little bit too high larynx. There are performances where she did it well, but then she dropped it by 1 semitone and then she kept singing E5, which sounded stunning. And here that E flat 5, whoa, very Christina Aguilera. Let's listen to it again. Lowered, neutral, larynx, beautiful. This is so Christina Aguilera, oh my god. Beautiful. E flat 4. Very smart way of singing. Christina Aguilera doing I Turn to You in 2024 is stunning. It was a stunning performance. She's showing you how she's grown as an artist and that she still can sing it, but she will do it the way she would release it as if she was given this song just now. I think she's a spectacular artist, spectacular singer, and I know that she gets loads of attacks for her technique, for her choices, but listen to her 2024, 20 years after she's released the first album, 20 years of singing like this, maintaining the healthy chest voice register. She can still mix, she still has beautiful head voice falsetto, she can still whistle a little bit or use super head voice. I think she said in one of the interviews that she prefers her voice now because she knows how to navigate it better. Some performances wouldn't actually prove it to be true because she's had some great performances during Stripped and Back to Basics era. Then she began singing a little bit differently, but now she's kind of going back to mixing all of the Christina Aguileras that she's built over the years. But the core of her style has stayed the same. And as a fan, a vocal coach, a singer, a human being, I think that she's one of the artists that never did anything that felt wrong for themselves. And that's what draws my attention as a listener, because I want someone to know who they are. I want them to express songs however they like. And if I don't like it, I will not listen. But if I like it, if I do like it, like many other Christina Aguilera fans, you're experiencing something that you cannot compare to anything else. And that's what Christina Aguilera is giving me. I'm a vocal coach, I've studied proper technique and I can teach it, but I also know that elements of her singing in other singers are necessary for expression. And my job is to give you tools, the best I can, to make it happen as safely as possible. She must be doing many things right because she's kept her voice in a good condition up until now and she still performs, and I love her so much. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe before you go. Check out my other platforms and let me know that Christina Aguilera fans are here with me. I'm planning on growing this channel, so I hope you can help me do that. See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna boost your voice now.